Good evening. I'm the Central Mississippi Weather Watcher. We are live 5 minutes past the hour here on 10 p.m. on our Thursday night. We'll take a look at our forecast for tonight, maybe tomorrow, but we're really going to look at next week and what's going to happen after that here on our Thursday. Take a look at our live radar right now. We did see some showers today over the area, not strong. Didn't see much rain, not much thunder. Primarily southern Mississippi got some more rain, but a few of us did see a shower today. Again, that's not rare. It's July. We'll talk about those showers and storms a little bit later. We could expect to see more of those isolated pop-up showers at least through tomorrow and possibly into our weekend. Chances aren't off the charts though, and accumulations will be low. We aren't expecting strong storms or very many, but a few showers, they're likely. And maybe a rumble or two of thunder, but the bigger story today wasn't the rain. It was actually the heat, or I guess you could say the lack thereof. Right here is a look at the highest recorded temperature that we saw today. There it is, 91 degrees was the highest in Meridian. Recorded highs peaking just inside of 90, and some of us in those upper 80s. Some westerly winds were over the area today. I think I talked about it the other day. Those westerly winds, more zonal flow, cooling the surface just a little bit, helping to maintain a little bit of those cooler temperatures, but however, they won't last past today. We're about to get into that heat forecast. And while the impact wasn't very significant by any means, I mean, we were just dropped 3 or 4 degrees, it was different than what we saw yesterday. Let's take a look at the difference of temperatures at the same time, but a 24-hour change. So how do we feel today compared to yesterday? We see those blues. We were a couple degrees cooler than average. Again, not significantly, but you could have felt a difference. But where it was significant, look at the southwestern corner of Mississippi. Down there, almost 20 degrees cooler today than at the same time yesterday. Very, very impressive. Unfortunately, that won't last. This is our simulated heat forecast. As we pull this forward, a large increase in heat is expected as early as Saturday. Heat indices will climb back into the triple digits. They were in those low 90s today, 91, 92. We're getting back north of 100 this weekend, and the temps back in the mid 90s, 95, 96, and they are here to stay for a while. Take a look at the next 7 days on our heat forecast. As you can see, 103 for the heat index on Saturday. It doesn't go down very much. 100, 102, 103, 102, 103. We see moderate to major heat impacts next week, and those temperatures in the mid 90s as well. We even take a look at past the next 7 days. What about the 6 to 10 time frame? We're also leaning above average for temps as well. This warm up that's coming in, it looks strong and ready to stay. And one of the major reasons for this heat index getting all the way up into those triple digits once again is the influx of Gulf moisture and those dew points. I'm talking about it all the time, those dew points. Now, we talked about how those more westerly zonal flow of winds help to ease the moisture just a little bit. But the winds way above our heads have found itself in a solidified pattern of southerly flow, so winds blowing in from the south during the afternoon hours, and then turning slightly more westerly after sundown. And winds coming in from the south like that, they blow over the waters and bring in their heat and all that moisture, as those waters down to the south are extremely hot right now in the Gulf, and we're going to be feeling some of that heat as well. This rise in moisture is bumping up those heat indices, number one, and number two, this increase in moisture is increasing the rain chances. And don't go anywhere. We'll talk about those rain chances after our short 60-second break. I'm the Central Mississippi Weather Watcher. Thank you for watching, and we'll be right back.
For 10% off your first month.
11 minutes past the hour. I'm the Eastern Mississippi Weather Watcher. Thank you for joining me, either if you're live or watching this archived. It is Thunderstorm Thursday. So if you don't know what that is, each week, each Thursday afternoon, we'll gather together, or evening, I should say. Each Thursday evening, we'll gather together and we'll look at what the SPC has in store for our area. All those severe weather and thunderstorm outlooks that I bring up, I post about. We're going to take a look at each and every one of them. Surprise, surprise. This is the day one for your Thursday today. A thunderstorm outlook was in place. We'll even look at tomorrow's. Once again, there it is. Such a surprise. A thunderstorm outlook is in place. And watch this. One more day. So days 1 through 3 do have that thunderstorm outlook. Showers and thunderstorms will be possible. We saw that today. We did see some showers. It's July in Mississippi, so that's what you're going to expect. And number two, because the thunderstorm outlooks persist again because of that moisture. So those days 4 to 8 outlooks, they are blank for now, but with that increase in heat, increase in moisture, it's pretty safe to say that as we get closer to these days, they will also get those thunderstorm outlooks. But why the increase in rain and thunderstorms? Talking about this moisture, but what is truly causing this correlation between moisture and the increase in rain chances? You hear it all the time, right? The increased moisture down here leads to more rain falling from up there. That couldn't be any more true. Look at those dew points over here on our simulated radar. That's not dew points. Having some technical difficulties here. We'll have to switch over for just a second if you'll bear with me. Go over here and switch over to our dew point map. As we pull this forward, all those purples you see there, that's 70-degree dew points, and we're not getting any of a break. Even getting up towards 75, 76, 77 degrees on those dew points, that's pretty rare. We haven't seen that level quite yet. That is extremely, extremely moist air, and what is that going to do? Well, as the moisture evaporates, just in the way we look at rivers and lakes and ponds, water evaporates into clouds. The water that we still can't see in the air, it evaporates too, so it can form clouds. And when those clouds over Mississippi right now are exposed to those very high dew points, they will carry lots of water. And that's what we're looking at now, the precipitable water model, which shows us how much water is in these clouds, how wet these clouds are, and how much rain they could drop. It's not what we are expecting them to, but how much they could. And when you see those purples again, like with those dew points, that's not good. That's at least an inch and a half of water in these clouds that could fall. Again, not all of this will fall. It's an estimation of how wet these clouds are. And it's all a matter of if, where, and when this rain will happen. And those are three questions for nowcasting Pearson, not forecasting Pearson. We'll worry about that later. I talked about those thunderstorms. Well, we're talking about the rain chances increasing. How do we know the thunderstorm chances will increase as well? Well, the moisture not only increases more clouds, but it also helps those clouds by strengthening them. The moisture destabilizes the atmosphere, and therefore that helps to grow thunderstorms. Looking at our convective available potential energy, which is basically just storm juice, it's mainly fueled by moisture and instability. So as we see here, all these values at least of 1,500 joules per kilogram, and that's all you need to spark a thunderstorm. To turn a shower into a thunderstorm, you need at least 1,500, and we're basically staying in at least the 2,000s over the next week. Like stated, any cloud has a chance to drop some rain because of moisture. And because of that same moisture, Given the environment that is setting up over east central Mississippi, a cloud that can drop rain also has a chance to produce lightning with how conductive the air is. And the thing is, this isn't rare at all, especially in July and in Mississippi. And we'll even get a better look at this of what kind of water could fall. We looked at how much these clouds could dump. What are they actually going to dump? On our simulated radar, lots of blues and greens. As opposed to the future, we're not looking at specifics, but we are looking if there is hints of rain. Obviously, there are lots of hints. More like a clue instead of a hint. Lots of rain possible, and talked about that moisture and instability. You can also fill in the blank. Lots of thunderstorms possible. We also answered the question of why these rain chances, thunderstorm chances, and heat indices are high. It's because of that moisture, right? So as I sign off here, 16 minutes past the hour, I'll leave you with this. Don't blame the forecaster. Just go blame the humidity. I'm the Central Mississippi Weather Watcher. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoy your weekend ahead. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all next time.